So there are so many things that go into being a video creator and a content creator online these days, beyond just creating the content itself. I mean, things like logo design, music, video editing, marketing, things like SEO. And so in this video, I wanna share 7 of my favorite gigs from Fiverr, one of the best websites for budget-minded entrepreneurs to find freelancers for their projects to crush all of that stuff and more. Coming up. Hey, what's up? Sean here with Think Media, helping you with the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And on this channel, we do a lot of tech gear reviews, but also strategy videos like this one for helping you go further, faster, building your brand online. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. So I'm super pumped to be collaborating with Fiverr on this video, because really it's one of the secret weapons that I've been using for years to grow my business. So I'm excited to share some of my favorite use cases and gigs with you. So let's jump into it. So first of all, what is Fiverr? Well, it's an online marketplace that allows lean entrepreneurs to find freelance services that fit their budget and their timeline for whatever projects they may be working on. And originally, it started out because a lot of the jobs on there were just $5. It was like, you can get an intro video for your YouTube channel for $5. And that's still true today. In fact, it's stunning how many cool gigs there are for $5, but it's also kind of grown from there. There are some where they maybe start cheap, but if you invest a little bit more, you can get some very serious, impressive projects accomplished that go up from there. And so there's a lot of different options and opportunities on Fiverr. And so here are my top 7. So number one of my favorite gigs to look for on Fiverr is an animated logo for your videos. Another thing to call these is a logo stinger. And that's what you'd see at the beginning of a YouTube video. Maybe it's 5 seconds, maybe it's 10 seconds, maybe it's longer, and maybe it's got graphics, it's kind of impressive, it's got some 3D, it has some motion. Fiverr is a great place to get an affordable video bumper for your content on YouTube or anywhere else. For example, check out this kind of glitch style video bumper. Now the investment here would be $10, and you've got a super cool intro for your videos. There's another gig that's $5, and you can get a variety of different intros. And this creator and freelancer is already doing 4K. So super cool video bumper options, and there's a lot to check out on Fiverr overall. But as far as my quick tip here, just for best practices on YouTube in general, I think that you should never go really over 10 seconds on a video bumper. So whatever gig that you may find, keep it short, because people's attention spans, they want to get back to the content of the video, make it punchy. Find one that is quick, that gets the message across, but then get back to the content in your videos as quick as possible. The second gig that I think Fiverr is great for is logo design. Now, maybe you want a logo for your channel, or maybe you want a logo for just a digital product that you are making, or a logo for a one-off brand or something that you're doing. A lot of different opportunities, not just a macro logo for like your entire brand, but even just smaller projects. Now, a tip here is inside of Fiverr, there's a way to rate the gigs by really highest rated or by average customer review, so that you can kind of get past, maybe tons of gigs that are on Fiverr and find the very best ones that are from the most professional freelancers that are on there. The third type of gig that I like using Fiverr for is video SEO. Now, what is that? That's search engine optimization. And when you do it on YouTube or for video, it's video search engine optimization. And so one of the gigs that I like using is from Octel Systems. What he'll do is he'll embed your video in 75 different blog posts, which essentially creates a backlink to your YouTube videos. Now that's just one of the ranking factors, is how many links are linking to your video off of YouTube. So that's why it's like an SEO service. For $5, you're gonna get more backlinks to your video, which again, is probably not going to rank your video alone. You need things like good content, good watch time, but something like that are things that can stack value if you're trying to get your videos to rank in search. There are other gigs that will do the SEO on your channel for you, or they'll do the SEO of a specific video, meaning they'll find the best keywords and optimize your YouTube videos. And again, I would really recommend always look for the highest rated sellers when doing this. And then finally, I love this gig right here because this person will do up to 15 minutes of transcribing your YouTube video for just $5. I know of other services that are out there that are $1 a minute. So in a way, that's like a 30% or 60% off kind of discount, depending on how long your video is. And again, that will help your SEO. If you put closed captions on your videos, then Google can actually see the words you say in your videos, which is better overall for getting your videos to show up in search, to be optimized for search. So if you're not closed captioning your videos yet, maybe consider setting aside a little bit of your budget. You can do it yourself, or if you want to streamline the process and just have somebody else who is got good ratings on spelling, on grammar, on doing that well, and just giving you a file that you could just upload directly to YouTube so that your closed captions are on point, that's definitely a gig that I recommend for YouTubers and video creators. The fourth gig that I think Fiverr is super cool for is voiceover work or music. And so this is a job I'm working on right now, is doing some rebranding here on Think Media TV and working with a voiceover artist for some new intros that we're gonna be using, as well as for some live stream stuff. And what's incredible is, again, the job that I'm working on is $5, right? Like, I'm gonna have everything that I need with the vibe that I want for $5. It's ridiculous. And so I recommend looking through some of the voiceover jobs and gigs, finding the right, male or female voice that you may want, different styles. And this, of course, could be cool for combining with an intro. Maybe you get like a logo stinger and then you want some kind of verbal voiceover that happens during it that sort of builds your brand. Or this would also work for a podcast kind of intro, or maybe other content that you're doing online where you'd need some voiceover work. The fifth best gig for YouTubers, video creators, and content creators would be an ebook cover. Now, you might say, Sean, I'm not thinking about designing an ebook, and that's fine. But what I would really recommend, and kind of a power tip here, is that smart influencers are building their email lists. And so one of the things that, I'm doing even here on Think Media TV that you may know about is we give away a free video gear buyer's guide. And the reason why is because I want you to be able to join our email list so you can be on the inner circle of Think Media TV for two reasons. Number one, so we can send you more cool stuff and kind of be able to just give you news and updates right to your email inbox. But the second reason is, who knows what's gonna happen with YouTube or podcasting or Facebook or any social platform. If you're not building an email list, what happens if the algorithm changes tomorrow and you can't reach your subscribers? What happens if Facebook's algorithm gets even worse and you can't reach your Facebook likes? Whatever it is. That's why you want to build an email list. And one of the best way to do that is to give away like a free guide. Sometimes they call these white papers, they call them PDF downloads, checklists, something that relates to your brand that you can give away for free in exchange for an email list and the contact information of somebody else so you can stay in touch with them. And so maybe, again, you're not a designer. Fiverr is a great way to get just like a quick cover design for a free checklist, for a PDF done, or maybe you are doing things like ebooks. You could use it for that as well. And so definitely a gig to check out and something to maybe include in your strategy. How are you going to build your email list this year? And what are you going to give away free in exchange for people opting into your email list? But also, if you need any graphic design services at all, Fiverr is a great marketplace with a lot of killer freelancers, some really budget jobs, and then also some that you can spend more and get some pretty incredible work done as well. Now, number 6 also is kind of a graphic design job, but specifically, this would be your social media images and covers specifically. So there's a couple cool gigs and jobs that will get your YouTube cover design for you. And maybe that's not something you want to do or not something you know how to do. They're of course going to get the dimensions right. They're going to get the layout right so that it looks proper on all the different devices, depending on what resolutions are and things like that. But there's also some gigs that will do like whole social media packages, your Facebook cover, your Twitter cover, your YouTube cover, your avatar images. There's so many different moving parts to really being an online influencer and building your brand online. Those are some graphic design packages that I would recommend investing in, especially if that's not your skill set or it's not even something that you want to learn. There even is a gig that will do an end screen for you according to the new YouTube end screen layout. So if again, you want somebody to just design something up that you can just use consistently in video after video, that would be something to check out. And one Fiverr power tip here is a lot of the gigs offer rush processing. So sometimes you might pay $5 and the turnaround time is gonna be like 7 days. Maybe it's not a big deal. You're like, cool, I can wait. But some of the gigs will say, it's just $5, but if you want it done in 2 days instead of 7, you can just add a few extra dollars to that. So that's something that I've done at times. If we like launch a video and I need to get something done right away, I'll sometimes go for that rushed processing on Fiverr. And then tip number 7 for the best gigs on Fiverr for YouTubers is just be creative. And here's what I mean. I think that there's a lot of possibilities as you start approaching this space. One of them could be actually becoming a seller yourself. Maybe you have some of the skills that I've been talking about in this video, or even different skills. You could become a freelancer on Fiverr and build your income that way. I actually discovered a YouTuber that's on Fiverr that will review products for companies, and she'll do a 30-second video on her channel for, I think, $25, 60 seconds, and then it goes up all the way up to like 90 seconds and it's $45. And she makes even more if you do rush processing to get the video done right away. And I went over and checked out her channel and she is crushing jobs. So maybe you're looking for a way to really monetize your channel in a whole different way. And this whole freelancer perspective would be a great way to do it. And Fiverr has already created the infrastructure for you to be able to sell your freelance services in their marketplace. So that's one way to get creative. The other thing is to maybe just take a step back and think about how you could use Fiverr to solve other things that you want to do. For instance, you can have somebody set up your WordPress blog or a website for you. This typically is a little bit more expensive, but this would be nice. Maybe you haven't thought about making a blog. I saw this job right here, which is kind of a chic WordPress blog. So maybe you have a lifestyle or beauty channel. This looks really, really good. And what this could do is give you a home base to work with brands. It could give you a really clean, well laid out blog. And one of the keys to getting your videos to rank on YouTube and to just get more discoverability is embedding your videos in a blog. But if you don't have one yet, not only could you set up the blog for branding, for awareness, for if you want to build it out and put more information about you, for having a landing page, but also a way to maybe you put one video out a week. Now you can embed it in your awesome blog that you have them create. And again, you're going to invest a little bit more in the best projects on Fiverr, but it's still so much of a better value compared to other freelance services out there. Another gig I saw was one that'll actually set up your entire YouTube channel for you from scratch. So maybe you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time and you're all about creating videos, but you haven't actually wanted to set up your channel and do all of the design and the heavy lifting that goes into that. You can send it to Fiverr, right? And just get that done so you can focus on what's most important, and that is creating the actual content to build your brand online. And so, get creative. In fact, if you want to check out Fiverr, of course, there's links in the description below, but everything is at fiverr.com. And I encourage you to just go over and look what's available in the marketplace. Type in a few different things. Think about maybe a list of the things that aren't done yet that you want to accomplish for building your channel, for branding your channel, graphic design, for taking things to another level with audio or music or even video editing services. There's a lot of different things. Get creative. If you want to see all that stuff, it's at fiverr.com. And to get 20% off any order on fiverr.com, use the promo code THINK when checking out. And as usual, we'll link everything up as well as some other details in the description below. Question of the day. Have you ever used Fiverr before? Let me know in the comments section. Maybe you have some favorite gigs for content creators and for building your brand online. Definitely post some of your details and your experience in the comments section below. So thanks so much for checking out this video. Definitely subscribe for more videos just like this. Hit the like button if you got value out of this video. And remember, Think Media TV is helping you with the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. Keep crushing it, and we will talk soon.